Skill-focused games like Dark Souls, Hollow Knight, Hotline Miami, etc., due to their high skill floors and punishing game design, are widely considered examples of difficult games. But the thing about these games is that they're punishing, yes, but they also reward you for getting better. Your skill is the only factor that limits your success, and you should take comfort in the fact that if you fail, you only have yourself to blame. Now, it could be because I'm a certified master gamer, but past a certain point, a lot of what makes these games hard just kind of goes away after you get the hang of it. You know, that's just how it works. You get better, the game gets easier, sky is blue, grass is green, whatever. But what if someone doesn't want that? What if they want to do more than just challenge themselves to get good? They want all their get goodin' to be in vain. They want the game to be unfair. They want to struggle. They want to be degraded and broken down. What am I describing? If you want to feel really challenged, then there's a game that fills that niche. A certain game from the sick, twisted minds of Finland. Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about Fear and Hunger, baby.
No, Noita.
I meant Noita. I'm talking about Noita. This is a video about Noita. Noita is a roguelike. You play as Mina. You have to get to the bottom of this cave. You have wands and spells. The wands cast the spells. The spells do things. Some spells make other spells do even more things. There's a holy mountain at the end of each level where you can buy spells and wands. You get a perk in each holy mountain, and perks give you buffs and bonus abilities. 13 seconds. It took me 13 seconds to summarize what this video took 4.5 minutes to get through. And I didn't even have to spoil anything. Sure, maybe I skipped over a few details, but after 1 or 2 runs, all of this stuff becomes pretty self-explanatory. If you want an in-depth guide, go watch that. Noita is unlike any of the games I had brought up in the intro, in the sense that in Noita, you can't effectively rely on your skill to win. Come to think of it, you can't rely on much of anything in Noita, because anything that could be utilized to your advantage could also, just as likely, be to your detriment, and vice versa. This is especially true for environmental hazards, you know, exploding barrels, lava, acid, that guy who insists that you only need to shower once every 5 days. If it can kill an enemy, it absolutely can and will kill you. If you see something that you don't recognize, just assume that it either wants to kill you or has the capability to kill you. Cause that whole every pixel simulated thing means that the environment can just catch fire, dissolve, explode, or just stop existing. And on top of that, many of the cave's inhabitants are constantly trying to kill each other, but in spite of this, they all collectively have beef with you in particular. Like I said before, yes, you can use these factors to your advantage, but it's also not uncommon for the domino effect to kick in and trigger a chain reaction, which turns any small fight into a chaotic and incomprehensible death orgy where everything wants to kill you and themselves.
It's as psychologically taxing as it sounds, like being strapped to a chair while molten wax is poured onto your genitals by a member of a federally funded 3-letter organization. Anyways, I'm putting Noita in the A tier on the games that give you trust issues tier list. That's about it. See ya.
So yeah, with how fast shit can hit the fan, your overall survivability mostly comes down to how fast you can kill an enemy before they hit you. But since the spells and wands you find are all randomized, it all really boils down to... Now, I won't pretend like Noita isn't the only roguelike that uses RNG, because they all do, but I feel like Enter the Gungeon is the neighbor that subscribes to a healthy, active lifestyle, complete with a balanced diet of strategy and skill and resourcefulness, with just a pinch of in moderation. Noita rots in her room all day, lurking on Discord and browsing 4chan before overdosing on RNG-amine. Because even if you do get a good build going, sometimes you just die. It can't be helped. It's inevitable. Yeah, that's right. Step aside, taxes. Sometimes it's your own fault. Most of the time, it's not. The possibility of being instantly killed without warning in a manner not unlike a certain other 3-letter organization is something you just have to put up with. It's okay, you'll get used to it. Sure, if you're good at dodging attacks, you might be able to die a little bit later than you're supposed to, but the end result is always the same. Being good just isn't enough.
It will never be enough.
Now, I understand how all of these sound like design flaws, but I beg to differ. Like gamer Darwinism, I believe that these alleged design flaws serve to cull the weak-willed and poorly adapted. See, the idea that skill and experience alone should determine one's success in gaming is an idea that attracts a certain type of gamer, the tryhard. Some tryhards are competitive players, speedrunners, esports athletes, etc., but they all have one thing in common. They don't play to have fun, they play to win, and they think they're better than you. They believe that skill and skill alone fosters the superior gamer, and they treat any manner of unpredictability and RNG as crimes against the League of Aligned Gamers. They've grown so accustomed to predictability that anything else just repulses them. And all it takes is just a stray gamma ray's worth of fuckery for them to set a new world record time for disassembling a keyboard. If one of these tryhards sat down to play Noita, they'd probably shrivel up and turn to ash before your very eyes. But where boys would close the game and write a bad review, a man would click start a new run. Because the man who plays Noita doesn't care for the League of Aligned Gamers or any other three-letter organization. He sees this game for what it really is, and he keeps going. He sees that in Noita, luck is only an illusion. What we call luck is really an act of fate. The thing that truly makes Noita difficult isn't its steep learning curve, or its high skill floor, or its cryptic hints, or its RNG, or its punishing design. Nothing, none of that. Noita is difficult because in order to beat it, you must be chosen by God himself. Because what's more difficult than a game that you are predestined to fail? Yeah, that's right! I didn't beat Noita because I'm good at Noita. I beat Noita because it was the will of God. The tryhard considers himself a master gamer because he is skilled. But the holy prophecy from heaven itself states that the man who beats Noita is the superior gamer. So, before you boot up Noita, kneel down and pray facing north towards Finland, because only the faithful gamer blessed with divine fortune have a chance to rise above lowly gamerhood and become a gamer god!